That is still one of my favorite countdown clocks. I mean, I love Invideo for creating countdown clocks. There are over 50 of them now. And it's just, it's cathartic to actually create a countdown clock, so it's good to play them. They're over 50. If you want to use them in your broadcast, they're free. Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon, Stephen. Second time today.
It is, yes. Yes, we're getting close to the 250 episodes of Blabbing for Britain.
Right.
But we're actually amazing. At episode 45 Inspired by Invideo with your hosts, John and Stephen. So welcome to the broadcast. And I know you're all here today for one reason and one reason only, and that's to listen to John's lesson about Inspired. So over to John to tell you more about it.
Okay, first of all, apologies there was no show last week. I wasn't very well at all. I didn't even make the Blabbing for Britain, and it's the first time I haven't been on Blabbing for Britain in 241 shows. Anyway, so over to my video. Well, today I've done a little video demonstrating the new animations that have recently been added. These animations can be used on words, pictures and videos, but they're all been done on videos on pictures for today. So Stephen, would you like to fire up the car and we'll go running?
Right, let's go full screen, and I'm going to turn John's microphone off and my microphone so that you've no echo. We'll see you after this video.
15 new animations that have been added into Invideo over the last week or so. So what I'm going to do is demonstrate them to you. Now, I've created 15 scenes to demonstrate those. What we're going to do is we're going to add those animations to the first 3 scenes, but the other 12 scenes I've already added the animations to. So if we go here and we click on my first scene, please note, Mr. Invideo, the wrong picture is shown in the image of the scene. It's different from here and it doesn't show the logo. It's a little bug that needs sorting out. Anyway, on with the show. So we've got a image here, but you can add these animations to words, images and videos. I'm just going to do it to images, pictures, whatever you want to call them, for consistency. So here is my first scene, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the advanced timeline, and you notice on the image there are these 2 boxes that say none. If I click on the first one of those, it opens the in animation. Now on all of these pictures, just so you're aware, the in place is set to zoom in. So once you've seen the incoming effect, you will zoom into the picture and then you will see the outgoing effect. So the first effect that we're going to add, let's go there, is one called impact. Now there were already quite a collection of fades, shifts, blurs, zooms, bounces, rolls, skews, but now we've got some new ones. So we've got this one called impact. Now I'm going to set these all to 1.5 seconds, and I've done that throughout the entire video. Okay, and then if we click on this little box here, we go straight to the out. We could have done it up there as well. And so we're going to go to, again, we're going to go down and we're going to go and find impact out. Going to make that 1.5 seconds. And then I'm going to play the scene. So you can see impact inches in and inches out. Okay, so that's the first one. Going back to basic timeline, and I need to go to the next one, which is called toss it, on and off. Well, not totally sure this is an appropriate term, but let's show you what it does. So Again, we're going to go to the advanced timeline to edit the actual scene itself. We'll go to the first box, we'll select, scroll down until we hit toss it. This is toss it in, 1.5 seconds, and we'll go to the out, and again we'll select toss it, but this time it'll be toss it out. Again, we're going to go 1.5 seconds, and let's play the scene. So you see that sort of toss the image in and toss the image out. Must be my dirty mind that thinks toss it isn't appropriate. So if we go back to the basic timeline and we go to scene 3, this is called bubbly, but notice this is left, right, up and down. So let's go to the advanced timeline, and here again on the image you can see that there's nothing on the in, so this time we're going to scroll down until we find bubbly. Okay, and let's bubbly it in from the left for 1.5 seconds, and let's bubbly it out. Scroll down past all of the originals, and let's bubbly it to up for 1.5 seconds. Now you can change all these timings. You can make them really quick, you can make them slow, whatever you want. So if we play that scene, that's bubbly, blumble, and blumble out. And again you saw the directional capabilities in there. We're going to go back to the basic timeline, and I've actually already put them in these other ones, so all we'll do is just play the scenes here so you can see what it does. So you can see Groovy sort of wobbled it in and Groovy sort of wobbles it out. Now this bar at the bottom allows you to move along your scenes, so we're going to go to the next scene, hanging by a thread. You'll see I've put the effect type as a name here. So let's just play the scene, and that's hanging by a thread. We go to the next. This is smooth bouncer, and again you can left, right, up and down this. So let's play the scene. Okay, now next one, it's called top bouncer, and I'm just going to move along. So if we play the scene here, you can see it top bouncer and up and down in that particular instance. Now I don't know how this next one happened, but we have Disco Station, and it's a Land Rover Discovery, and I promise you it just happened as one of those things. There was no planning and thought into it. So Disco Station is rather like flashing disco lights. Okay, so that's Disco Station. Let's go next. Big American car here, and this is the drama. Again, left, right, up or down. So let's play the drama. And lots of sort of in and outs, but it could be a really useful effect if you're into big effects. So let's go next, and let's have a look. This is called backflip, and again you can backflip to the left, to the right, up and down. I always think if you're going to backflip, it needs to be up and down. So when you watch this one, you'll see it is up and down. Okay, and then our next effect, there's only 15 of them, I promise you we're nearing the end, is blur and curl. Now this one is axis based, so you'll see the way it does it is based on an axis, the x-axis and the y-axis. So let's play this one. I actually quite like that. And again, you'll notice, by the way, that I've removed all of the inter-scene effects, because they would be a bit of a nuisance, I think, on what we're trying to demonstrate here. So the flight, I thought, what the heck is the flight? But here again, you can see it can fly in the left, up, down and right. So let's show you. That's flying in, and this is flying out. Sort of whirly-burly type thing. Now we're onto our BMW. Not a BMW fan. Got over here, BMWs are driven by people who don't use their indicators. So this one's called crawl, and you can again crawl from the left, the right, up and down, and here we'll see it crawl in from the top and it crawl out to the bottom. So let's slide our slider along, and there's just two more to look at. So this one's called Happy Landing, and again, multi-directional, from the left, from the right, up or down. So let's watch this. So that was from the left, and that's Happy Landing to the right, although it seems to go out on the left, but it moves over to the right and then comes back across. So the last of the new effects or animations is this one, and this one's called Bold and Powerful, and again, left, right, up and down. So let's play the scene. And that's bold and powerful, in and out. So that's all 15 of the effects. You can see them along there. And what I'm going to do is process this video and tack this video onto the end of the talk.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
I like blur and curl too. Yes, that's very good. I must start doing these transitions, because I take the simplest approach.
These are not transitions, these are animations. Transitions are between scenes. These animations are at the start and the end and the middle of the scene. Got you.
I stand corrected. To everybody who's watching us, welcome and thank you. This is Inspired by Video with John and Stephen, and this point in the show, I get my turn. And for the second time today, we say hello to a video that I created with Invideo. Background to this is that we both do a lot of live broadcasting, some more than others, but we do enjoy live broadcasting. And you've got people who enjoy being on screen, but don't want to do the hard work behind the scenes to actually make the show happen. So next week, we're going to put together the live video production blueprint over the course of 5 days. And we're going to try and find out what a show producer should offer and how much they should charge. And if you want somebody to produce your show, what you should be looking for and the questions you should ask. To get that point across, in 43 seconds, I used Invideo and we're going to play that Invideo video now. But before I do, I'm going to switch my microphone. So there we have it. Now that was created with Invideo, and it's just simply text, as you saw. It's as simple as it gets, and music licensed from Jamendo. And somebody actually called me out, or rather Facebook called me out on the copyright for the music, and I appealed and won, which doesn't happen every day. So do make sure that the music you use is licensed. Obviously, if you're getting it direct from Invideo, there is no problem whatsoever. If you're importing it from another source, do make sure that you've got a license to use it. And it's not worth the pain of actually importing your favorite music track and using that, because you'll get shut down. So that's next week, Monday through Friday, and it's 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. in the UK. And I don't want to show you that. I actually want to get rid of that and show you myself and John. Okay.
Now, one thing I was going to talk about was it's really important that you take part in the group. There's something like 10,000 users now, and there's only probably 200 people at the most that take part in the group. So really, come and join the group, take part in the group on Facebook. You can learn lots, you can ask questions, people will give you honest answers, and it really gives you a big return to help you with your investment in Invideo. So come and join us on the group, and there's loads of people, Chaz and David and all sorts of people who will help you with any query you've got. And we really want to see on the group the work you've done. So when you publish within Facebook, etc., use the hashtag made in Invideo. Payout. I can't help it, but with this new lady called Payal Chatterley, who's helping to run the group, and I keep thinking she's called PayPal, but we won't go too far on that one. She might me.
Don't go down that road. In fact, being able to post the video you just created in the Invideo group is invaluable, because you're going to get honest feedback. Basically, people are going to like it or dislike it, and you're going to know more about. People make positive suggestions on the whole about how you could improve the video. And if you're actually an agency and you're doing things for clients, if you show it to the group first, you know basically that you've got a quality video there that anyone will be happy to create, and you can go forward, go back to your client and say, my peers in the Invideo group quite like this. I hope you do too.
And what we hope is that we answer your questions. We show you training videos like the one you've seen today, and you take your turn and also start answering questions within the group. And we've had loads of people who've done that.
Indeed, indeed. And of course, you can ask any question you like that's Invideo related and get an informed answer. It's a very supportive group. People do help each other, and long may that continue, and long may the ethos of the group continue. John and I were just talking about it earlier, that the group is a valuable place to be. and more power to Invideo and Invideo users. Now, you may be catching us live on this show, and you may not be aware that John and I have been broadcasting together for 5 years. So this quick advert time, you can actually, it's both of us. You can actually find John and I on Blubbing for Britain, which airs at 10 a.m. in the UK, which is a bit early because it's 5 a.m. Eastern. So if you've not caught us live yet, we totally understand why. But you can catch a recording, and the recording is over on United World Radio, which is a radio station run by a friend of ours. And if you want to chill during the day, go to United World Radio, listen to the music, and of course, listen to the podcasts by John and myself and Peter and Stephen. Okay.
It's very confusing at times. We have two Stephens, but there is a difference between them. One's spelled with a V and one's spelled with a PH. Well, they're completely different people. Yeah.
One lives in Stoke and one lives in wonderful Wiltshire. You know, different accents.
One's from up north and one's from...
Well, I started off up north in Burnley, then went to, as you know, went to Stratford and down to Wiltshire. My accent is changing. I don't have a Wiltshire accent, though. I think your accent is formed in sort of up to your teens. Then that's the accent you actually take with you. At least I'm telling myself.
Everybody says I'm a Brummie and I'm not.
Well, my accent should be Broad Lancashire, but it's not. I spent a couple of years over at Seascales, Whitehaven, whilst they were building a nuclear power plant. Father worked there, and I picked up that sort of got rid of the Lancashire twang. Which brings us to voiceovers on Invideo videos. There is the inbuilt system, isn't there, John? You can enter text and convert it to audio. But what's your take on what people should be doing?
Well, there's so many other toys out there that you can use. There's IBM's Watson. There's Google's Answer. There's Amazon's Answer. There are a load of toys that wrap around them to allow you to record videos and put things in. There's a language called SSML, which allows you to emphasize words, put gaps in, etc. Unfortunately, none of that stuff works inside Invideo, but we've got it praying and hoping that at some stage in the near future, they do a proper implementation of voiceover, so you don't need a third-party product. The one I've been using recently is called Synthesis, but I tried the French language version of it, and let's just put it this way, Chris wasn't very impressed with the French pronunciation.
Yeah. Foreign language is a difficult thing. It is difficult. I know you turned down one software piece. When John says toys, he's talking about pieces of software, commercial software, which you can buy. You turned down one of the toys, one of the pieces of software, because there's only one English voice there.
That's correct. Can't see how it can work for me with only one English voice. Why would I spend money if I've got the choice of one male person? You know, I want a lady sometimes, but you know, it's all about having a good look around, and different products can work well at different times. And a lot of it's personal preference at the end of the day. Yeah. I mean, I quite like IBM's Watson, but to use it's bloody hard work. Yeah. But it could be easy for I mean, the output from Watson is really, really cool and really good, but it's API based. But that means it would be good for the Invideo team because it's API based, they can insert it inside their product, but they need to sign up all sorts of terms and conditions, and it's IBM. So they're bound to be strict, awkward, and strong terms and conditions.
True, but it would be good. Collaboration is good. Collaboration wins over having to use separate products to achieve the same ends, because you can spend a fortune, and we're going to be talking about spending a fortune on next week's show. I'm going to research music and using music, and that's what I'll bring to the show next week. I've been using Jamendo now for the last 3 months, and it is, well, I've just been complimented today by Chris, it happens, on the quality of the music that goes with the video, because the music is as important as the voice, because people listen longer than they actually watch.
Yeah. Chris has asked a question if she can use her own voice for Dutch. There is a facility to record within Invideo, so no problem whatsoever. You can record your own voice.
Yeah. You can record within Invideo, or you can record with your favorite application or toy, and then you can import it into Invideo. But the quality on video in Invideo, I'll get it right in a minute, is good. So I would try that option first, as John recommends. And thank you, Chris.
Now, Stephen says, when I mention toys, I mean pieces of software. If I also say shiny things, that usually means pieces of software. And people tend to send me emails every day about one shiny thing, and 50 different people tell me I should be invested in that shiny thing.
Yeah.
I've sealed my wallet to those kind of emails now.
Yeah. I mean, you can get carried away, can't you? I mean, I always go by the rule, if I go to a website and I try it, first of all, it works. That's a good sign. 2, I enjoy using the site itself. The site has got a good graphic interface. And 3, it's easy to use. I think those are the 3 things that I'm after. And over to Chris again. And Chris is saying, thank you so much, John. There you go. Right. Okay. So
I think I've actually got a video somewhere where I covered recording there, but as Invideo itself has changed so much, many of the past recordings I've done aren't so relevant anymore. So I'll have a look at recording something about that. Recordings.
And I've just been over to your website. It's coming to life, isn't it? Yeah. So your YouTube channel.
The YouTube channel. I've actually created a new YouTube channel specifically for Invideo. I just need to move everything over to it.
Right. Okay.
Rather than my personal personal channel, which I hadn't really used in the there. And there's lots of stuff on there that's not Invideo stuff.
Right. No. So you need an Invideo channel.
So there's lots of tutorials and things for DropMock and other products.
This is episode 45, inspired by Invideo. There must be around 40 videos hanging around somewhere, just waiting for a home.
There's 17 that will probably move to the new site, because all of the much older ones, they're not relevant anymore, because the layout of the screen has changed so dramatically from how it was. I mean, if you think back when we did our first ones, the layout of Invideo is significantly different.
True. I mean, it's improved beyond recognition, really, since we actually started this broadcast. And when we started this broadcast, there's an idea that we'd actually have a Udemy course about Invideo. But the problem is that Invideo is growing and changing so much that as soon as you finish the course, it's out of date.
There are 4 different courses on Udemy. None of them are up to date.
You can't do it. It's impossible. You're actually chasing a moving target. So that's why we do this show, because everything that John does on the show is up to date. So there we are, John, for the second time today. Over to you.
Oh, yeah. It's my turn to do what I do every day. It's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from him. And same time, same place next week. Hopefully. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for joining us. And that's a